So, hi everybody, welcome back to the Wedding Wellness series. I am here this morning with Alice Clover, who is the author of two fabulous books, two so far, Girls Love to Fart and Princesses Don't Have Stinky Bums. I mean, you can't even say it without smiling. It's brilliant. And there is a brilliant story to go behind it as well. So Alice, I will let you tell our listeners and viewers all about it.
Hello everyone. So I decided to write Girls Love to Fart because all of the books out there that are about toilet humour and bodies are largely aimed at boys, and I really thought there was a gap in the market for girls to feel empowered and confident and about their bodies and their bodily functions, and not to feel ashamed of themselves. And I think in today's society, particularly where everyone's putting pictures up on social media and using filters and seemingly to have perfect lives, it's good to challenge that concept, because we don't live in reality a lot of the time. We think that other people are living this great life and we're not looking behind the scenes. And I think it's important to be true and honest, especially as women, and to help teach our daughters to feel the same. When I wrote the book, it was on my iPad, and my eldest daughter, who's now 7 but was 3 at the time, wouldn't let me read it to her because she'd been told that girls don't fart, and felt really upset about it and would have a massive tantrum every time I tried to read it to her. She also used to say that she didn't look pretty unless she was wearing a pretty dress. And so it's taken a lot of work for myself and my husband to challenge that narrative. And I wanted to continue challenging that narrative with the new book, Princesses Don't Have Stinky Bums, which again was inspired by my eldest daughter. I called her Stinky Bum one morning, and she said to me, "Princesses don't have stinky bums," because at the time, both of them were dressed up as princesses. And I thought, well, what message are we putting across for our children and ourselves? Because if they believe that at such a young age, then as they grow older, they're going to have confidence issues and body issues. And I just want to dispel that, because it's really important to be happy with your whole self, not just your outward aesthetic appearance, but everything. And obviously at the moment there's a big movement towards self-love and self-confidence, and that starts with our children. If we don't teach them that, then it's much harder to break that narrative as an adult.
Yeah.
So obviously lots of brides to be and bridesmaids feel that pressure massively, because there's still a big cultural message to be perfect and to look perfect when you're going to walk down the aisle. And it's important to know that no one is perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. And regardless of what everyone tells you, women look beautiful anyway.
That's it. That's just music to my ears, because I'm obviously part of a lot of wedding groups, and I've had feedback from so many brides to be that are so worried about what they're going to look like. And that's why I've put together the Wedding Wellness course. I just want to reach out and make them realize how beautiful they are. You know, they're getting married to the love of their lives, who obviously loves them, farts and all.
Yeah.
So just embrace it. And God, so what if you get a spot? Everyone gets spots. And so what if your tummy's a bit big? Everyone's tummy's a bit big, you know. Just feel the love. And yeah, it's like you say, it's society for a 3-year-old to be upset about the word fart and princesses not farting and girls not farting. It happens. It happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a biological norm, isn't it, for everybody? For it doesn't matter how you identify. Everybody has bodily functions,
Yeah.
and it's just vital for us to accept those, because it can lead to all sorts of physical illness.
Yeah.
Mental well-being is affected, emotional well-being, because if we're told to hold everything in and not express ourselves and not be our true selves, then we're constantly holding this pressure in us, and we feel it everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that especially the run up to a wedding is can be, it doesn't have to be, but it's stressful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember for myself, I'd been planning it for a year, and I said to my husband for the last 3 days, right, I've been doing this for a long time now, you can just take over. And I treated myself to massage and having my nails done, and I think that's important too, because it's nice to treat yourself and to have that feeling of um, respect for yourself as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most people like dressing up to some degree, and I think that from my perspective, it's good to dress up if you want to, and obviously a wedding's a perfect time for that. But at the same time, to know that you look beautiful regardless, and the dress or the suit or anything will be beautiful itself, but underneath you look beautiful anyway, and you are beautiful, and that's all about feeling comfortable in your own skin and your own body.
Yeah, that's it. And like you say, it's the self-care. It's doing it for yourself, not for whoever else is there, whoever's going to be looking at you. You need to feel it. You need to project that and really believe it deep down. And because if you feel good, it does just show, and your face will show, and you'll be more relaxed as well. So all those, like you say, the physiological effects of being stressed, and you'll try and hide away. If you're confident and relaxed, it just makes it so much more easy. And I know it's easier said than done. I've done a lot of work the last few years to get to that stage and feel calm and confident and all of those things. But yeah, that's what I just want to give to brides to be, and you're doing it for children, which is just so important.
Yeah, exactly. And it does take a lot of work and a lot of effort, and I think that everyone not well, society as a whole is turning more towards that now, and we're understanding that our well-being is, it's not just about what career you have, or how successful you are with making money, or how academic you are. It's more about how you feel as a whole, and if you don't feel happy about yourself, you can put on a face, and I've heard women say that they feel confident about their work, but when you talk to them about who they actually are and their personality and what their interests are, they don't feel anywhere near as confident talking about that.
Yeah, like so it's the masks that people wear. You kind of hide behind your job or hide behind whatever role you have in the world. But when you want to just get past all that and talk about yourself, it just doesn't happen very often.
No, exactly. And I think for many women, when they have made the decision to get married, that's where the anxiety can creep in, because they feel like, obviously when you're at a wedding, you're on show and lots of people are watching you, and you feel it just depends. Some people maybe are more comfortable with that, but it's not always the case to suddenly have a lot of confidence when you're with a group of people, even if it's everyone that you love. Suddenly being the center of attention can bring out all sorts of anxieties. And then if you're worried about how you look on top of that, it just makes everything intensified. And I think if the pressure can be taken off about how you look, and just knowing instinctively that you are wonderful. Someone said every time she looks in the mirror, she just looks at herself and she says, I am a goddess. And encourages all the women that she works with to do the same.
Yeah.
And so that really stuck with me, and I thought, that's how I want to be, and that's how I want the girls to be as well, because I want them to grow up knowing that they're enough.
Absolutely. And I think the world now, we're so exposed, like you say, to the social media bombardment, but at the same time it can be used to your advantage, because so many more people are aware that this is not real, these are filters. There is such a focus on who you are and how much you've got to give to the world. And there's so many platforms. If you choose to use social media the right way, you can create that bubble. If you're surrounding yourselves by people that appreciate you and the beauty of the world and everything about that, that makes it a lot easier as well. But that's just having people like you in the stories like you, I'm sure you've got plenty more ideas of books you're going to write.
We've got Girls Love to Burp is going to be out in September, so that's part of the Girls Love to series, and we're working on rebranding that as well, so that it can be its own brand, and also a space for women to be able to discuss these subjects and have their voice heard. So I think, it initially came around because I'm quite rebellious and I wanted to write a rebellious book. And when I first started writing the book, people would say, oh, can't you have girls like to, or girls fart too? Or I wanted something that was really impactful. And when you see it, you just think, oh, even if you're not going to buy it, it makes you have a second look because of the title.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a subject that hasn't really been addressed by the feminist movement. Our bodily functions haven't really been discussed properly, so that we're focusing on everything else. But if we could focus on that and draw attention to it and normalize it, and we've got a higher chance of achieving the goal of equality.
Well, that's it. Like you say, it's something that everybody does. Nutrition wise, if you are fighting too much, I would look into that, but where it does happen. And like you say, having that impact of girls love to, and we love, my little girl absolutely loves your book. It's her favorite book at the moment, and she can read it herself pretty much because we've been through it that many times. And we do laugh about it. Because when does life start getting so serious? From a baby, we celebrate when they have a poo or wee in the potty, and then it's like, oh no, shut the door and flush it and wash your hands and don't talk about it. But why not? We do it. In fact, I went to a seminar and they said, be proud, your body has produced that. Your body has taken that food you've eaten and it's gone on its own little journey, and look at that, you've done that. Be proud. She's why not? Why not?
It's true. And also, I don't know if you had this experience after giving birth. Both of mine were cesarean, and so they wanted to know when I'd done the first poo. And so, like, my first 3 wees as well, I had to wee in the little cardboard thing, and I had to show it to the midwives, and they were so happy about me doing a wee, my first wee, knowing that my body was okay and that there wasn't any placenta left or anything. And then I was, when I did my first poo, I went and told the midwife I was really proud of myself. It actually took me 45 minutes.
It's daunting, isn't it? God, yeah, after going through all that.
It is really, and my husband was sat outside with our daughter, holding her, and just kind of cheering me on. and I was just yeah, it was one of those moments I was thinking, oh yes, I've done it, that's great. And even now with the girls, they're 7 and almost 5, and if they go to the toilet, we still cheer them on, you know, we still say, oh, well done, that's great, your body's working as it should. And they'll say, my youngest will say, oh, I haven't drunk enough water today, my wee's a bit too yellow, I know that I need to drink some more water. And they understand that it's normal, and that everybody does it.
Yeah, that's it. Was it Gillian McKeith used to study the poo on her programme? And it tells you a lot about what's going on in your body, you know. Take a look, see what it's like, and have it. There's like poo charts, aren't there, where you can see what it should be like. I think the term is ghost poo, the ones that just come out and you don't even know it's happened. It's like, oh,
yeah.
That's the best. That's the best.
Yeah, and also someone did study they wrote their thesis on feces.
Love it.
Which is a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah. It's a good rhyming book.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, but it's so refreshing to just put it out there and talk about it openly. Like I say, especially after giving birth, I mean, dignity goes out the window, basically, doesn't it? It's like, oh my goodness. I remember the first wee, you have to wee a certain amount before they let you out.
Yeah.
I'm determined. It was like one of the hottest summers. I had like waterfall music on my phone, and I have never drunk as much water in my life. I was like, I want to get out of here. Oh dear. But it's brilliant. And you know, obviously a lot of couples have children as well, or have children that are going to be bridesmaids, so helping them all feel relaxed and just chilling out is so important.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I know couples who've been together for years and years, and they've had children, but the woman has never farted in front of the partner because they're culturally too ashamed and embarrassed to do that. And then there's also people that honestly believe that women and girls don't do it, and when they hear about it, they're genuinely shocked.
Yeah.
And I find that quite mind-blowing, because when I grew up it was really normal.
Yes. Yeah.
And in fact my parents will laugh at that sense of humor all the time.
Yeah.
So I never kind of felt embarrassed. But the irony is, I don't really like doing yoga classes with lots of people in case I fart, and that's my own hang up. Despite the fact that I've written the book and I promote it, I need to get over that issue, because they say to me that everybody farts in yoga classes, so I don't need to feel embarrassed.
There's another niche just for farting yoga, you know. You've got goat yoga, we've got all these other. Why not fart? Just let it out, let it all out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'd say to a bride as well. If, you know, before they walk down the aisle,
Oh yeah.
maybe have a massive fart. So then they don't have to worry that they might do it actually whilst they're doing their vows. They just kind of let it all out beforehand.
Yeah, perfect.
And that can help make them feel more confident about themselves anyway.
So could there be a book in the coming Brides Love to Fart?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
There's endless options, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting, so exciting. Honestly, my cheeks are hurting, not just it's been brilliant talking to you. So just before we go, if you have got like one top tip for girls and women to love themselves more, what would it be?
Embrace your inner goddess and just don't expect perfection, because it doesn't exist. And then you'll find that actually you can love your flaws as well as your positives. So
yeah, absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Alice. So enjoyed that. I'm sure all the viewers and listeners will too. We will pop the links for anyone that would like to check out the stories that Alice has written, and keep an eye out for any new ones coming. Those links will be shared, and connect with Alice and keep farting.
exactly.
Bye bye.